Imagine you're dying of hunger. Someone places a loaf of bread beside you. Next to it sits a solid bar of gold. You can only take one of them. The choice isn't difficult at all. The bread keeps you alive for another day. The gold changes absolutely nothing. You still cannot eat it. You still cannot drink it. It cannot keep you alive through the night. An hour later, the bread is gone forever. The gold is still lying exactly where it was. It remains just as useless as before. And yet, this is where the story becomes strange. For more than 5,000 years, people chased gold across the world. They crossed burning deserts without knowing if they would survive. They climbed frozen mountains, where many never returned home. They sailed into unknown oceans with no maps to guide them. They abandoned their homes, believing fortune waited somewhere ahead. They fought wars that lasted for generations. Entire civilizations disappeared, while others grew unimaginably rich. Millions of people spent their lives searching for one metal. That should make absolutely no sense. Nature rarely rewards things that serve no purpose. Evolution usually removes anything that wastes energy. Every instinct inside your brain exists for one reason. At some point, it helped your ancestors survive. So why did humans become obsessed with gold? Most people believe the answer is money. That explanation sounds obvious, but it is wrong. Others believe the answer is beauty alone. That explanation also misses something important. The real answer is far more surprising. Gold became valuable long before anyone invented money. It became valuable before the first bank ever existed. It became valuable before the first coin was ever made. To understand gold, we have to leave the modern world behind. Forget paper money and digital bank accounts. Forget governments and financial markets. Imagine waking up 12,000 years ago. Your world is simple, but incredibly dangerous. Everything you own has a clear purpose. Your spear helps you hunt for food. Your knife prepares every meal your family eats. Your fire protects everyone from freezing temperatures. Your shelter gives you one more chance to survive tomorrow. Nothing exists simply because it looks beautiful. Every object must earn its place every single day. Then, one afternoon, someone returns from the river. They are carrying a strange yellow stone. It cannot cut wood like a sharp blade. It cannot hunt animals across the open plains. It cannot build a stronger shelter. It cannot keep your family alive through winter. At first, it seems completely useless, but something about it refuses to leave your mind. The stone shines differently from every rock around it. Its color stays bright under the burning sun. Heavy rain falls again and again. The color never fades away. Years pass, yet the stone still looks the same. Almost everything around your ancestors slowly disappeared with time. Food spoiled after only a few days. Wood slowly rotted beneath the rain. Animal skins cracked beneath the hot sun. Even powerful tools eventually wore away. Gold remained almost exactly the same. That made it unlike anything people had ever known. And without realizing it, the human brain had just noticed something extraordinary. The strange stone kept attracting attention, not because it was useful, because it never seemed to change. That mattered more than you might think. Imagine living in a world without modern technology. Nothing lasts forever. Food disappears within days. Wood slowly rots in the rain. Leather cracks beneath the hot sun. Even the strongest tools eventually wear away. Almost everything around you is temporary. Gold isn't. You can bury it for generations. Dig it up centuries later. It still looks almost exactly the same. To ancient people, that felt almost impossible. A material that refused to decay seemed different from everything else. But permanence alone wasn't enough. Stone also lasts a very long time. People never built civilizations around stone. Iron became useful because it made better weapons. Wood became useful because it built stronger shelters. Gold still couldn't do either. So something else had to happen. And it happened inside the human brain. Psychologists know that people naturally notice rare things. A bright flower stands out in a field. A white animal stands out in a forest. A shining object stands out among ordinary rocks. Your ancestors survived because they noticed unusual things. Sometimes, unusual meant danger. Sometimes, it meant opportunity. Ignoring either one could be deadly. Gold quietly activated that ancient survival system. Every discovery felt important, not because the metal had changed, because your brain believed rarity must have a reason. Then another pattern appeared. The people who owned more gold were difficult to ignore. Their ornaments caught the sunlight. Their necklaces reflected bright yellow light. Their decorations looked unlike anything around them. Without saying a single word, They looked different from everyone else. That changed something fundamental. Gold slowly became a signal of success, a signal of influence, a signal of power. Long before written language existed, humans already understood symbols. A crown says something without speaking. A uniform says something without speaking. A flag says something without speaking. Gold became one of humanity's first universal symbols. It silently announced that someone possessed something rare, and rarity quickly became status. That wasn't an accident. For millions of years, high status increased the chances of survival. High-status individuals found more allies. They gained more influence inside their groups. They often had better access to food. They usually had more opportunities to raise children. Your brain evolved to notice those patterns. It still does today. That is why expensive watches exist. That is why luxury cars exist. That is why designer clothing exists. Most people aren't buying usefulness. They're buying a signal. Gold became the original signal. Then civilization grew larger. Villages became towns. Towns became cities. People started trading with complete strangers. And suddenly, humanity faced a brand new problem. How do you trade with someone who doesn't know you? Trust had always been personal. Now it had to work between strangers. That changed everything. Imagine trading your entire harvest for another person's livestock. How do you know they won't cheat you? How do you know your grain and their animals have equal value? Someone needed a way to represent trust itself. Gold was almost perfect. Almost everyone agreed it was rare. Almost everyone agreed it lasted forever. Almost everyone agreed it could not be created by ordinary people. That shared belief became incredibly powerful. For the first time, value no longer depended only on usefulness. It depended on agreement. And once millions of people agreed that gold had value, it truly did. Not because the metal had changed, because human belief had changed. That single idea would eventually reshape the entire world. And it would turn an ordinary yellow metal into the foundation of money itself. That belief changed human history forever. Gold was no longer just another metal. It became something people trusted. And trust is one of the most powerful forces on Earth. Once people believed gold represented value, they could trade with complete strangers. A farmer no longer needed another farmer. A hunter no longer needed another hunter. Gold became something everyone accepted. That simple idea connected entire civilizations. Trade expanded farther than ever before. Roads carried more than food and supplies. They carried trust from one kingdom to another. Gold slowly became the language of wealth. Then rulers discovered something important. If people trusted gold, they would also trust coins made from gold. Kings began stamping their symbols onto metal. Those symbols carried a simple message. This piece contains real gold. You can trust it. For the first time, value could travel across enormous distances. A merchant could cross an entire continent. He didn't need to carry livestock. He didn't need to carry grain. A small bag of coins could represent years of work. That changed civilization forever. Cities grew larger. Trade became faster. Empires became richer. But every new invention creates a new temptation. If gold represented wealth, then controlling gold meant controlling wealth. That realization started changing human behavior. Kingdoms invaded their neighbors. Ships crossed dangerous oceans. Explorers searched rivers and mountains, not because they needed gold to survive, because they believed gold could change their future. Then came the great gold rushes. One discovery spread across a country. Within weeks, thousands of people abandoned ordinary life. Farmers left their fields. Workers quit their jobs. Families sold everything they owned. Everyone believed the next shovel of dirt might change their life forever. Most of them were wrong. Many never found enough gold to become wealthy. Some found nothing at all. Others lost far more than they gained. The people who became rich were often different. They sold food. They sold tools. They built hotels. They opened stores. While thousands searched for gold, someone else quietly earned money from the search itself. History repeated that lesson again and again. California, Australia, the Klondike. Different places, the same dream. Gold promised hope. Hope proved stronger than probability. That wasn't irrational. Your brain evolved to chase rare rewards. A single successful hunt once fed an entire family. A single opportunity could change your future. Evolution rewarded optimism. Gold took advantage of that ancient instinct. Even today, your brain still responds the same way. That is why treasure stories fascinate us. That is why buried gold still captures our imagination. That is why headlines about massive gold discoveries spread around the world. Something deep inside us still pays attention. Thousands of years have passed. The world has completely changed. Money became paper. Then, it became numbers on screens. Today, billions of dollars move around the planet every second. Most of them never exist as physical objects. Yet something surprising remains. Central banks still store enormous amounts of gold. Not because they need jewelry, not because they expect people to wear it, because gold still represents stability. It has survived kingdoms. It has survived revolutions. It has survived economic collapse. Governments disappeared. Currencies failed. Empires became history. Gold remained. That history created trust. And trust created value. The strange part is that nothing inside the metal changed. Gold never asked people to admire it. Gold never declared itself valuable. Gold simply existed. Everything else happened inside the human mind. Perhaps that is the most surprising lesson. Gold never became valuable because of what it could do. It became valuable because of what humans believed. That same idea shapes your world today. Paper has value because people believe it does. Digital money has value because people believe it does. Even companies become valuable because millions of people believe in their future. Civilization runs on shared belief. Gold was simply one of the first. So why is gold so valuable if you can't eat it? Because value was never really about survival. It was about trust. It was about rarity. It was about permanence. And above all, it was about the remarkable ability of the human brain to believe that some things are worth far more than the material they are made from.